morning, everybody. Welcome to my page, wherever you're watching me, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So, happy Friday, everybody. Now, I want to talk a little about belief, manifesting, envisioning your best life. I get that it sounds a little bit magical at times, and even I had my moments where I was like, well, do your thoughts really create your reality? And so, I think that after, doing this for a while, and I still have a long way to go. My journey has been short. I have not been on this journey for a long time, but I do see the benefits. And I have to say, meditating, yoga, mindfulness, choosing your words wisely, choosing what it is you're putting out into the universe, definitely changes things. And when you start doing that, when you start doing this work, it may take a second to notice these changes because they may be small at first, and then you start looking back and going, wow, okay, I've come a long way. Changing your thoughts, changing what you're putting out there, changing what you're asking for. Something as simple as, okay, instead of complaining about what you don't want, put out to the universe what it is that you do want. Because we're magnets. And so, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, all of that is what's drawn to you. It's what you're calling to yourself. So even if it's something you don't want and you're thinking about how much you don't want that thing, you're thinking about it. And so what you're doing is you're calling it to yourself. It's going to be your focus. It's going to be what you see, so I guess it's just another testimony to how magical all this is. And it doesn't have to be magical if you don't believe in magical. It could just be more science-based, more psychological, more fact-driven, because it's true. What you're thinking about, what you're focusing on is what you're going to see. I'll bring up the example of cars. You get a car. You didn't see that car everywhere before, but as soon as you buy a new car, I guarantee you will see that car everywhere. I don't understand it. It's some sort of weird psychological thing, or is it just magical? I don't know. But the point is, ask anybody. If it hasn't actually happened to you, just ask anybody. It happens. You get a car, or somebody gets a car, and all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere as if it was never on the road before, but now it's everywhere. So, there's all these things that depend on what your focus is. And it's not that you're constantly focusing on the car, but now it's been brought into your awareness. And so now you see it. It's always been there, but now you see it. So, it's the same idea. You can think of it as magical. You can think of it as more fact-driven, science-driven, whatever you want to think of it as. But, it's what are you now aware of? What are you allowing yourself to see? What are you closing off? Are you closing off the blessings? Are you blocking out the blessings because you're so focused on all the things that are going wrong, or all the things that are bad or could go wrong? So that's my message for you today. Just trust the process, trust the universe, trust that it's got your best interests in mind, and that you're on the right path, you're right where you're supposed to be. Even with any bumps in the road, think of them as lessons. It's bringing you to the place you're supposed to be at. It's bringing you to the best self, your best self. You're on a journey. Everything is about learning, and it's work, and sometimes it's uncomfortable. And then sometimes it's just magical. So, I'm going to end here. I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend, and I will see you later.